This summer vacation did not inspire me to go on a summer vacation.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Lego-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with another Lego Star Wars movie review.
Yeah.
And
You
Drew.
guys asked for it.
Okay, before we get into that, I have some
Did they ask for it?
I do have a little bit of news I wanted to bring up
Ooh,
because it could
good.
have some
good stuff.
good discussion. But you might have already heard this, but rumors, whatever kind of, are saying that Mando season 4 has already started production and will start filming next month.
Non-disc.
And so no one knows exactly what this means. Some people think that we're going to get 2 seasons next year, one in March and like one in the fall.
Have they wrapped Ahsoka yet?
But that's what my point is. I think that they're flowing from the Ahsoka series right into season 4 of Mando, because they have to wait till the volume is open for them to use it. But I'm kind of thinking that they're going to be so closely intertwined, those two shows, that they're like, okay, everyone is already here for Ahsoka series, and we're going to be using them anyway for Mando season 4.
A different one.
So they're already getting them. They're already there. They already got their in their schedule. So I think that
would be dope. I'm down for that.
It's very I think it's very telling that I think season 4 of Mando is going to be very, very much so like a big crossover season with all the shows. Because if they're filming Ahsoka season 1 and they're going right into season 4 of Mando, it's kind of like boom, like all the characters already there. So
yeah, that would be sweet. Because I think, like you said, it kind of, we've always talked about how like all these other shows that are around the same timeline like could end up crossing paths, and like I know we've mentioned this like a year, maybe 2 years ago, but like when like the DC shows, the TV shows, like they had a crossover events, and like one would show one point of view from the character, and then they'd see the crossover, and then the other character would have their point of view in that show. And I hope they go that route, because that would be really cool to like see like Ahsoka version of that episode and then like the Mando version.
I don't think they'll do it like that, but I think it's gonna be more like
just a very
like an Avengers movie, like where all the storylines come together and all the characters meet. I think that's kind of like what was originally said was going to happen when like that. What was that show that they were going to make with Cara Dune, the fighter pilot one or something? The whatever it was called. That's in the past now. That show got canceled. But
did they cancel it?
Yeah, when she got fired,
she got
canned. They kind of just forgot about that show.
Did they cancel the what's that guy's name? Oh,
I need more details. You can't just say that guy.
They announced another show, and you were like, I don't even care about this, because Donald Glover is going to play what Lando. Did they cancel the Lando show?
No, I don't think so. That I heard. That was more of a rumor. I don't know if that was ever confirmed that they're doing.
It was confirmed that,
but I think that the guy, the actor,
Donald Glover,
I think he something like a few months ago, like posted something or was in an interview, and it kind of seemed like it was still in the future, in the works, but that's
like the
probably
movie.
it's probably a couple years away still from them even filming. But yes, so Mando season 4 is already supposedly in production and is filming. Gonna start filming next month. So
Sweet.
that's just a little news. We don't normally do much news on here unless it's like official, but I think it was kind of really exciting to think that. And
Yeah, like it's like you said, Jeremiah. It's not official, but it
it's
would make a
official
lot of
enough.
sense because they kind of did the same with the Ahsoka show too. Like as soon as Mando was a wrap, they kind of recorded Ahsoka like right away. So I wonder if they just want to bust out that volume to keep it moving, essentially.
That max volume.
Max volume level right there.
All right. Well, you didn't come here for news. You came here for a Lego Star Wars movie review.
True. It's a
Drew,
review or breakdown.
what was your overall thoughts of this? Because I was wondering if you were going to do a watch party, and you didn't do a watch party, but
I watched it literally like an
because it was
hour,
only 48
hour
minutes
ago,
long.
a couple
Were
hours
other Lego
ago.
movies longer than that? I thought they were,
I
but
don't think
I thought they
so.
were like
Will
hour and
can
15 or
check
something.
for us real quick. Like if the holiday special one was longer. That
So
one
there's
was really good.
the
I
holiday
remember you
special
liked
was decent, and then there was like the Halloween one, which was decent.
it. Kind of funny.
Are those the only two that they've done?
Yeah. Because the Palpatine role, like, okay, overall, this thing was the most waste of time I've ever had
Yeah.
watching any Star Wars thing, including the holiday special, in my opinion.
Well, what's better,
Uh,
this movie or The Last Jedi?
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi's better?
Yep.
Oh,
Hands down.
dang. Drew's
Yeah.
starting to come around on The Last
Let's
Jedi,
just
though.
say me and Miles liked it. Miles was entertained, but we both fell asleep in the middle of this 45
Yeah,
minutes, and then I had to rewatch it again.
I had to like pause like every like 5 minutes and just like do something else because I could not
No. The
concentrate on
best
this movie.
part of it was when when Palps. That was the only funny part was when
Okay,
Palps
yeah.
was
I think Palpatine is my favorite Lego Star Wars
character.
character.
Yeah.
He's super funny because like we'll get to it, but he's like ruler, really ruler. Like it was just kind of funny.
Yeah. Or when he cut off, like when they're doing the the guy totally got his head cut off from playing Limbo. That was hilarious. That part was funny. But the chat's like, "What? I really liked that. I thought it was hilarious."
Yeah, I was excited for it because everyone was like, "Hey, this is amazing."
I did not enjoy it.
I was really disappointed with the direction they went with the story though, because I thought it was going to be like everyone, the crew from the sequels, were all going to be like on vacation doing things together, and that's what we were going to see. But it wasn't. It was just 3 flashbacks of other people's vacations, and we didn't see the main crew's vacation. Like, I thought it was kind of lame.
Yeah, and they made Poe like this weird. I don't know.
Task driven, like the itinerary guy. That's like we're gonna do this, 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 and this, and this. Like
the way they did his character was kind of bleh. And then the way they did Finn's character was like
that he's officially a
he's
Jedi.
a Jedi now because he can see Force ghosts. Apparently, it doesn't take anything to be trained how to see Force ghosts anymore. So that's cool.
You don't need to be trained to see a Force ghost. They just show up.
I guess that's true too because Luke didn't have any training. Yeah, you're right. That's fair. You need training to become a Force ghost. That's why I mixed that up. But
I still thought it was kind of lame.
Oh yeah, no, it was lame. Like the whole thing for like the first like 5 minutes, I thought Rose was Ray, and I was like, "Where's her accent?"
What?
Like before we saw her, I was like, and then we saw her, and I was like, "Oh wait, that's Rose. Never mind." Oh, it was just whatever. It was a Lego funny movie for kids. My 1-year-old or soon to be 1-year-old liked it. He was entertained enough to fall asleep, and that's a score in my book. So
Yep. So you're
because
just
of
gonna
that,
start playing this every time you want him to go to sleep. Just start
yeah.
playing.
So because of that, I give it a 4.5 out of 10.
4.5. Oh dang. But well, then like also like with the promo stuff, like you have like the Death Star beach ball. Like I thought they were gonna have like a big like
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
beach ball tourney, and that never happened. But
I don't know.
anyway, let's just jump into the scene by scene. But so they all want to go on a vacation because apparently when you're in the middle of rebuilding the galaxy after a war, you can just go on vacation. And
Well, they need a
Lando,
break. I mean,
I guess, but evil doesn't rest, Drew.
well, and that's what Finn said. Heroes never have breaks, anyways. Heroes
Right.
never go on vacation.
Yep. So they go on to Lando's luxury Star Cruiser thing. Like, I was like, is this them trying to like promote their real life Disney Star
Yeah,
Cruiser?
maybe. Also, there was not enough ladies on there for it to be Lando's. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, but he wasn't there, so what?
True. That's fair. That's a good point. Good
Here's
point.
this a hologram talking about how great his ship is. But so they all go on there, and then when they all get there, they all want to do their own thing, and Finn's sad because he wanted to hang out with his new family, and they all ditch him. I kind of felt a little bit bad for him, a little bit at start. I was like, okay, how is he going to resolve this? And he didn't really resolve anything, but
Yeah.
but yeah. So he gets all mopey and he goes to the bar to start drinking. Like, okay, like they're doing this. He's just gonna drown his sorrows away at the bar. But then Force Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi shows up and tells him about a vacation that he went on Tatooine. And of course, we have to go back to Tatooine once again. Like every single show, come on, Tatooine.
The best.
It's not the best. People hate Tatooine now. Like the general Star Wars fandom now likes Tatooine less since Disney took over because it's always
It's the only planet they know how to do right.
because it's just sand. It's like they don't even have to do anything.
Exactly.
But yes, so goes to Tatooine, flashback to him doing his thing, and he goes to the cantina, and then a rebel spy shows up. She's on the run, and her name is Colvet Valeria. I don't know if that's another character that we should know or something, but I don't remember hearing her. But she's in need of help, and Obi-Wan's like, I can help you. And so it's Jabba's birthday, was it? And
Yes.
he just opens up his palace to everyone and anyone for his birthday. And so they sneak in, and he has Quaxium that she wants to steal. Classic Quaxium.
Because she stole it, then somehow Jabba got it, and now is selling it back.
Something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know what's going on. But they're stealing Quaxium, so they had to come up with a diversion. And it was...
That's a good movie.
Huh?
Diversion. That's a good movie.
Divergent?
Mm-hmm. You ever seen it?
Divergent or Diversion?
No, I'm confused. One of them, whatever the one is, the movie. That one was good.
I don't know. It sounds like there's two. That could be either one. But is Divergence like that one girl has like abilities or something, and they have to like pick some? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anywho, so Obi-Wan is to sing karaoke to distract everyone so that she can sneak back to where Jabba is to get the Quaxium. And he just says, "Hey, stormtroopers, you come on and join because to get them away from the door." So
he just kept calling everyone because
Yeah.
she interacted with mostly everyone in there because
yeah, so is this him trying to get everyone on the dance floor? And so she steals them, but then I forget.
shirt falls off.
Yes,
Because Obi-Wan gets too out of hand. He wants to dance with her, and then he spins her around, and then her clothes falls off.
yes. And the Quaxium is around her like
Taped to
torso.
her.
And I was like, okay. So then they're all chasing, and then surprisingly, the Slave One showed up. Like, that was kind of cool.
cool.
That was kind of cool to
was
see
good.
Lego
Oh.
Slave One.
that was one thing too with the Lego Save One. As soon as it showed up, they played the
Oh
Boba
yeah,
Fett song.
yeah.
That was
The Book
cool.
of Boba Fett theme music that was pretty
Yes,
cool.
that was pretty cool.
But do they? So do they? I'm assuming they have a Slave One Lego set.
I
Do
have one, yeah.
you have one? Is it like they
It's
look exactly like that one in the?
yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I was like, they dropped that in the movie and then they released the Lego toy of it. Like that.
Oh, no, no,
Cool.
no.
But
They've had multiple variants of the Slave One. They don't have like a massive one yet, but hopefully they'll probably have one soon, like a full size one.
a full size one that's like
Not a full size, like
100 feet
have you seen
tall.
the Millennium Falcon one?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like a table size one. That'd be cool.
But yeah, so then they escape, and I guess the Obi-Wan had this moral of the story was have fun in the moment, and that's
Yeah.
Finn's first lesson as a Jedi is to
And we
have
saw
fun.
Luke.
Did we?
Yeah. In the cantina
I can't remember.
for like
I
5
was,
seconds.
I was just like, get this.
Because she
show
was
over
like,
with.
come with me. And then Luke runs by and starts shooting something. And then he starts shooting something and then he's like, oh, I can't. I have other things to do.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. That's how bad this movie is. It's like, but yeah. So then Finn starts walking around, sees Rey at the pool. Poe is crazy again. Blah blah blah. But the ship, the Star Cruiser, arrives at Scarif, which is cool. Everyone loves Scarif. Bunch of beaches there, which is cliche vacation spot is the beach, and so they go there. And then who shows up when Finn's there all by himself on the beach? Anakin Force Ghost, which is pretty cool. And he talks about his vacation that he took with old man Sheev Palpatine.
Yeah.
And so that flashback is basically everyone is celebrating Empire Day, and Palpatine's complaining and sad that he's boring or it's not about him or I don't know, whatever. And
He
so
won because everyone's happy. Essentially, that's what it seemed like. He was mad that there wasn't anything to destroy.
right, and so he's like, so then he's sad, so Vader takes him to Scarif or whatever, and she was just complaining the whole time. And Vader's upset at that, but like, it was like a college like spring break party going on at the same time. And so like they announced like there's like a tournament to do like beach games, various beach games, and Palpatine's like, we're getting out of here, this is stupid. And then like the guy who's like explaining the beach games is like, and if you win you become ruler of the beach or something like that.
Yeah.
And as Palpatine stops walking, turns around, ruler, I
That's
want to
all.
be ruler.
Yeah.
And then so they do volleyball tourney, and then they do like other beach games, and they just win every single thing because
They use the Force and they
they
cheat.
used the Force. And
No, because that was the funny part, like I mentioned earlier in the episode, like when they're playing Limbo and they went under it, and then Palps throws the stick off and puts Vader's lightsaber on it, and then the person goes underneath, and it's like, do they show the hair come off? But you can tell it's supposed to be like, yeah, he got his head cut off. That
fun.
part I thought was funny.
Oh yeah,
But
so they win the tournament, they get the trophy, but then
everyone gets a trophy.
everyone else gets a participation trophies, and that makes Palpatine mad. That made me mad because I'm not about that participation trophy lifestyle. But like, it was a funny gag. I get it.
was
Like,
just a funny gag.
but Palpatine was like, yeah, he was mad. So then, because he was mad, he turned Scarif into an Imperial base. So that there's a little
That's the story, you guys. That's
That's
how Scarif
that,
became.
that would be cool if they made that canon. Like that's how Scarif became a military base. Um, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But then I guess the moral of this story was that Anakin was teaching Finn was do what you love. So far, 2 lessons: have fun in the moment, do what you love, and that's the end of that story. And then it goes to a Leia Force Ghost. Like, oh, okay. I guess that we see Leia as a Force Ghost in the end of the Rise of Skywalker, so wasn't a big, huge surprise. But she was there, and her family vacation was a family with her, Han, and little Ben.
He wasn't that little.
How I don't even know how old is he supposed to be though.
Well, it was allegedly before he goes and starts his training, but I'm
So he
pretty
would have
sure
been like 10, wasn't he?
no, I think in canon he was 5 when he started training. We'll pull it up. I think he was though. I think he was younger. But in this, like, he literally like likes a girl in this and stuff. Like,
Yep.
I mean, I guess you could like a girl at 10, but
Come on, you never had a crush in elementary school?
I don't remember,
Oh
bro.
wait, you were homeschooled so at that time, so you didn't have
Girl.
any opportunity. I had all kinds of crushes when I was kindergarten, first grade, all these,
Ooh, Jeremiah, slow down.
and then I'm
Yeah, you slow down a lot.
25 some years later. Here I am by myself in an apartment drinking out of a pink cup. But yeah, so that it's like a 2-part vacation where they go to one place and it sucks, and then they go to another place. So they go to Mimban, which is where we see Han in the Solo movie when he's a infantry soldier, and that's that mud planet where he meets Chewbacca in the pit. So there's kind of like a little reminder of that. So like they said Mimban, I was like, that sounds very familiar. And then they said, "Oh, this is where you met Chewbacca." Blah blah blah. So, um, but like Han is still kind of portrayed as like a reluctant father or a deadbeat dad type of guy. I don't know. He's like trying to do his best, but he also is like
There's no
he's
connection there.
he's Han. Like that's what you get. So but there was the rumor that there's like a resort on Endor. Like, oh, we can go to Endor. We could show little Ben where
Where it came from, or
where
a
peace came
story.
where they destroyed and were these evil Ewoks. I don't know. Like, okay. And so when they're there, it's just kind of like a bunch of janky huts, and like it's nothing. It's just like not a destination spot, but it's on a lake. Lake. They had a name for it, Lake Ewok or something. I don't know what it was, but I mean, did we see that lake in those Ewok movies?
I don't know about the movie, but I definitely saw it in the Ewok show.
Ewok show.
Mm.
That's a banger.
I would rather watch that than.
We should probably do another one of those episodes soon. It's been a while.
True.
Let us know if you want us to do some more
Maybe
Ewoks
do a
cartoon.
droid, and maybe Andrew will come back for one. I doubt it.
As much as I want him to come back.
Hey, I was trying to be better than.
But yes, so well, on their way to Endor, before I got a little ahead, but like Ben never had a chance to fly the Falcon, so he's old enough to supposedly start learning how to fly Falcon. So he has to be like 10.
Chat, did you help us find out when he actually started training with Luke though?
But was it? I can't remember. So did Han want to teach him, but Leia said no?
I think Han said no.
Or so Ben was like, I want to fly, and Han says no.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. But either way, Ben had no flying experience. But while on the shore of Lake Endor or whatever, we see a love interest that Ben has,
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Sidero, and what is she, like skiing or something?
I don't know. Water skiing?
Water skiing, was that what it was that you saw? Like, cause she was like going by. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So then he starts hanging out with her, and then they meet like this bro guy, like he's this beach bro, and was like, "Yo, you've flown the Falcon? Like, oh, that's cool. We gotta go see the Falcon. Blah blah blah." And so like he's like trying to pretend like yeah, or Ben was like, "Yeah, I've flown it for all the time. Like, why wouldn't I? Blah blah blah." So they go. He shows him the Falcon, and the bro is like starts pushing buttons, and then they start.
The bro. I like that you're calling him that.
Well, you got a better name for him?
Guy with the weird head.
Well, come on, this Lego Star Wars. They all have weird
Yeah,
heads.
that's fair. Apparently Ben started training with Luke in 15 ABY.
So it would have been 10.
Oh, so yeah.
Perfect. Boom. Gold star
You're
for
right.
me. Gold star for me. 10 as well.
There you go.
Oh, a half.
There you
It's a little one.
This little one.
That's the only time it's acceptable for you to use your own soundboards
Oh,
when
for
you.
you?
For me, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Try you
But yeah,
guys.
so the bro guy, he takes the Falcon on a joyride basically, and they go into space. But while this is all happening, Han and Leia are talking to this guy who kind of like started this resort, but is kind of like failing at it, obviously. And so he wants to like use Han and Leia as endorsements, basically, to like make the place a resort. But like first, he has to introduce them to or bring the Ewoks on board with them because he's saying that the Ewoks are hindering his plans. And so they kind of start a truce for. Did they start a truce for a resort? Like as long as like the Ewoks get
Compensated,
compensation or something like that.
something like that. Like there was something, and then their plan broke through, and then they don't have truce anymore.
Something like that. I don't know. This is when I was really hard for me not falling asleep. So this is really hard for me to. I know I'm supposed
I
to
was
be
just happy
professional,
to see
but
Wicked.
oh yeah, we did see Wicket.
I was just happy for that. And Lego like sizes are so bad because he was as tall as Leia.
Well, it's been
Wicked,
10 years though. He's been.
Leia shrunk. Is all you're trying to say?
I'm just saying you be eating those stormtroopers for 10 years. You know.
They start growing.
Hey, he's not too short for a Ewok now.
Mm.
Because he's eating those stormtroopers. He's getting a little taller. But while this is happening, the joyride is out in space, and there's the Death Star 2 debris field, which after 10 years, you would think that all this debris would have fallen to the planet by now and not just be in orbit. Like, that doesn't.
I don't know. Do we know that?
What?
Like, do we know if like that's how
Yes.
gravity works?
Because in order for something to be in
We
orbit,
don't know how strong their gravity is, though.
oh, that's not how physics works. because the debris has to be going in orbit for it to stay out there. If it's just there, it's going to get sucked in. So, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a kid's show.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, when I was listening to Lost Stars and I finished it, they were talking about like because the rebels like went back there to celebrate or whatever, and he was talking about how he kept looking up at the shooting stars, but they weren't actually shooting stars. It was falling debris from the Death Star. So.
You know, Will posted in the Discord yesterday about Lost Stars.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was a screenshot of the book on sale at Barnes Noble or something like that. And I learned something about that book that I didn't realize.
What?
It's a young adult novel, not an adult novel. So now it's like for kids.
Nah.
It said 12 and up. That's
yeah, but they literally talk about inappropriate things in there. I don't know how. Like I was reading it and I was like, I don't know if I would say that,
I don't know. I was like, if Drew's ever going to try and get me on board, now it's really bad because
bro. It's so good, bro.
well,
It's so good.
do we say on the Discord or on Discord? Sorry,
On
on
this, yeah,
live that I've been reading the Thrawn books now. Did we say that last week? I can't remember. But yes,
yeah.
I'm
Reddit in the chat said it's really good, Jeremiah. I would not let my 12-year-old read it. Me either, because there's literally like inappropriate, like not inappropriate. It's like PG-13. Like I'm not even. I
like
don't even want to
12
say
and up.
no, like 14 and up. I would say.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm like 2/3 of the way through the first
Oh,
Thrawn
yeah.
book. So,
You like it?
well, tune in January when we're doing some book reviews on the Thrawn trilogies. So,
Well, I just have to wait and see. Hopefully, you
rumor,
remember it all.
you better start re-listening to them
I will. It's on my next thing to start listening to.
and start taking notes too. I've been taking notes on every chapter because, like, the rumor has it that Andrew might be coming back for these Thrawn discussions. We don't know for sure. Nothing's set in stone, but like, okay.
Rumor.
But I'm like, if he's not there, it's gonna be really hard for us to have discussions on these. So it's like I have to like write notes so that
Yeah,
I actually
make sure
know
you
what to
write
talk about.
notes, and I'll write them too. Then.
But yes, so I don't even remember what the moral of the story was for this vacation. Because like the first two had like a moral of the
Better
story. This
dad.
one, huh?
Be a better dad.
I don't know.
Oh, this
So
is a
I'll
really
have to,
bad review by us, guys. So we apologize.
sorry. So this is your first time here.
No, go
This is
listen.
not. Listen to some other episodes that are more exciting, but yep. And so anyway, Ben ends up taking the steering seat of the Falcon and saves everyone. And then he goes off to train with Luke. And that's it. And then
Maybe the moral of the story is to let your son drive the Millennium Falcon.
possibly. Would you do that? Would you let Miles fly the Millennium Falcon?
Well, I want to fly it first, and then we can talk about if he's allowed.
Okay. All right. And then some, I don't even remember how Finn's story,
They ended up all hanging out together
is that what they did?
because the biggest thing was he was more sad that they weren't doing vacation together, and they all figured that out at the end.
Do you think at the end
That was it.
do you think at the end they shared some hot beverages together on this vacation at all?
Well, we know that Finn probably did by himself because he was depressed. And anytime you're down and out for the count, some hot Wesley Andrews tea or coffee will probably bring you a
Ooh,
little up.
that's interesting because they are our sponsors for today's episode. So
Wow.
let's listen to a little ad from Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea.
Let's do it.
Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor of today's episode is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. If you don't know anything about Wesley Andrews, you definitely should. They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that whether you live in the Twin Cities or not, you can get their coffee beans delivered straight to your door by ordering them online. They even have a subscription service that ensures you never run out of amazing coffee. If you've been looking for some new coffee to try or a way to elevate your normal coffee routine, now's your chance. Head over to wesleyandrews.cc, use the code Empire Radio, that's with a capital E and a capital R with no space at checkout, to get 15% off your first purchase of any bags of coffee or a coffee subscription. I can't think of a better deal. Get 15% off some great coffee, support a small business, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Drink it up.
All right. So that was Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation. Solid.
Definitely. I would, not that I wouldn't not recommend it.
I'm saying there's better Lego stuff to watch than
Yes,
this
there's
one.
other ones. Go watch the holiday special. If this is your first one and you're like, "What did I just watch?" Go watch the holiday special one. It's pretty good and it's really cool. It's a cool concept.
And
And then
the Halloween one has more action in it. Like
yeah,
that's a more action oriented one. But solid. This one, if it wasn't for Palpatine, this would be definitely like a 2 out of 10 beach balls.
yeah, Palpatine barely saved it.
But with Palpatine, I'd probably give it like a 4 or 5 out of 10. But it was just not that great. Sorry, Lego. Sorry, Disney. Sorry, Lucas. You didn't impress us over here at Empire Radio. But
Nope.
you can't be perfect in everything you do.
No.
But since that concludes our review, let's just transition over to
The chat.
favorite.
Does Lego Star Wars have a watch order? That's actually a good question. I think it goes holiday.
Probably the way they came out. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny because like the Lego or the
That would be flashbacks.
but the Halloween one was about Vader's castle being turned into a vacation spot. And then this vacation one was about a vacation cruiser liner, and then there was the Endor vacation spot like resort thing. So apparently that's all you do after a galaxy war. You just make the universe into a vacation destination spot. But anyway, let's transition over to everyone's favorite time of the episode, voicemails.
It's voicemail time.
All right, cool. So we have 6 voicemails tonight.
Ooh, let's get it.
So we got 2 from Squeaky again. So let's listen to number 1 from Squeaky.
Hi, Empire Radio. This is Squeaky. I got a 2-parter for you because I couldn't fit both parts in one. It'll be worth it, I promise. Anyway, I wanted to thank you so much for answering both of my questions. Your thoughts on droids are, as usual, interesting and insightful and very cool. And it's very cool that you're answering my very random thoughts on the Star Wars universe. I also wanted to thank you for your advice on podcasting. I'm very comfortable speaking, but I'm not comfortable with everything that a podcast is. And if I want to do it, I want to do it well. And I think I have something unique in mind. So I really appreciate you helping me kind of hone in and focus on what that unique thing is. Thank you very much once again, and may the Force be with you, always.
All right, cool.
Nice.
That was number 1. Now, I did say she has 2, but there's another voicemail that came in that relates to her droids, if they can be Force sensitive or not. Someone wanted to put in their 2 cents about this.
Ooh, is this someone Lucy?
No.
Oh.
Someone that we're all going to be excited for because we haven't heard from him in a very, very long time. Let's hear a voicemail from Drew's microphone.
Okay.
This is a good one, so let's listen.
Hey guys, Drew's microphone here. I'm calling in response to one of your answers to the voicemails last week, specifically to Squeaky's question about the possibility of Force-sensitive droids. Frankly, I was a little shocked by how strongly you both spoke against the possibility. As a self-aware and intelligent machine, I myself can tell you that midichlorians could easily dwell within the synapses of even basic circuit boards, let alone within complex circuitry of thinking machines. Furthermore, if droids can't be Force-sensitive, why would the Jedi have chosen Professor Huyang to teach the younglings how to assemble their lightsabers, which was a process that required the use of the Force? Anyway, just food for thought, and may the Force be with you.
All right. Thank you, Drew's microphone. That was some very insightful pointers you had there.
and well spoken. Proud of you, bud. You did pretty
Yeah.
good.
But he does bring up a scenario of Professor Hu Yang, who was the person who would teach Padawans how to build a lightsaber. Now he makes this claim that he has to be force sensitive to teach them how to build their sabers, but I don't think that's true because one, we don't see him ever use force sensitivity.
Lightsaber.
He's just. I think the reason they have a droid do it is because he has remembered every single Jedi's
He's
lightsaber,
around for forever.
and he knows all the different ways to make one, all the different philosophies to making a lightsaber, all the different styles, and it's just easier for a droid to remember all that and teach that than to have a Jedi that just every 50, 60, 100 years, depending on species or something, gets transitioned up because they die or whatever. Yeah. So, sorry, Drew's Mike. I'm going to say Professor Hu Yang was not a force-sensitive droid. But if for some reason they did change that in canon where he would be the one that I would want to be force-sensitive. That would just be cool. All right. But like I said, Squeaky sent in 2 voicemails, so let's listen to her second one.
Hi, Empire Radio. This is Squeaky with part 2 of my message. Last episode, you guys asked me about my Discord name, Squeaky, and why it is the way that it is. And I wanted to share with you why. Whenever my dad and I are watching movies with very popular scores, like Star Wars, I like to do this. Do 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 Anyway, I hope that didn't totally mess up the audio system. I hope it's all kosher there. Anyway, thank you very much, and may the Force be with you always.
All right, thanks, Squeaky, for your squeaky rendition of the Imperial March. It was a little pitchy, but it gets the job done. But it's cool to see people's reasoning for like their screen names and like how they came up with it. So that's a cool little Easter egg on Squeaky's name. All right, thank you for that. And next up, we have a voicemail from Lucy. So let's listen to Lucy's message.
Hi everyone, it's Lucy, and I apologize for the quality of my voice. I am still recovering from a cold. First, thank you for all the prompts you gave me last week. I wasn't able to see it live, but I did go back and check the chat, so I got all the suggestions everyone gave. Question time! Who is someone you really look up to? And this could be someone you know personally, or historical figure, or anyone. Someone who inspires me is Ashley Eckstein, and not just because she is the voice of Ahsoka and all the animated stuff. You talked about her universe before when you interviewed Nilda, and I love how Ashley fought to get a business where girls and women can have the same expression boys and men have. And her story in general is pretty cool. Also, what are some of your goals for Empire Radio as a podcast and as a community? Sort of a big question, but I'm just curious what some of your hopes are other than winning the $10 million Powerball. Thanks, may the Force be with you.
500 million. You can't do anything with 10 million. What is that? Well, that's after taxes. That's like
a million.
5 million. Like, what are you gonna do with that? But thank you, Lucy. You did not sound sick, so that must be good. If you're getting over, you're starting better. But first question: who do we look up to in life? Said in our lives, or also like historically, I think she said also. So, Drew, who do you look up to? Anyone? Any real life inspirations or?
I'm gonna keep it to Star Wars. I look up to Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni,
because what he's doing right now is bringing Star Wars to a different light, and I enjoy the way he's going with it. So, yeah.
All right. I don't know. I can't think of any
as a creator and a content creator, I think he's doing really good. So.
I don't know. I can't think of any like. I usually don't try to like focus on following people. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like it's kind of like in seasons of my life. Like you have this teacher growing up in high school or something, like they inspire you to like learn or something, like as for that moment, and then different as you meet new people and experience different things, like there's just different people that come into your life at a time. Like I think I'm more kind of like that, where it's kind of like in the moment. I don't really have any major like constants or whatever. You said historically, so Jesus is pretty cool. He's the GOAT. But other than that, I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I'll definitely be thinking of that. But Ashley Xine is cool. She does a lot, like you said. Yeah. She does a lot for people in the fandom and community, so she's pretty cool. But she had a second question, which was our goals for Empire Radio. Well, first of all, we're just trying to get to the Andor show. That's our short-term goal, is to get there, because we were like, okay, we got the end of August. We can make it, because now we're trying to find more content for the next month and a half. But long-term goals, it's kind of hard to say, because like I mentioned, it's kind of hard to find consistent content now, especially with it's just two of us. So it was a lot easier when we had Andrew here. True. So I'll go spam Andrew and have him come back. But I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think our biggest goal is to keep growing our community and connecting with them throughout Discord, on YouTube and stuff like that, and also live streams. We love doing live streams and talking to you guys like right away and stuff. And it's just pretty much disconnecting our Star Wars fans with the version, like what we view Star Wars. That's our goal. And also with that too is going to cons and meeting you guys in person and stuff like that. That is,
we need to start planning a Empire Con sometime.
True, that'd be dope.
Like
there's a couple cons in Minnesota that we hopefully will be able to go to. So we'll keep your ears out for those announcements if you're local around here.
Yeah. It would be nice if I could like do actual edited reaction videos like so many other YouTubers do with Star Wars stuff. But like I would have to like, that's just a lot of work, like to edit reaction stuff, because like copyright stuff. So I don't know. It'd be cool if I did like reaction stuff. Like I feel like I'm not a good reactor, because like I just kind of focus.
You lock in.
I just lock in, and unless if something big happens, then like I react, but I don't always have the best reaction because I'm just focused. Yeah. But I don't know. Someday maybe. But yes, if you're listening, if you want us to get bigger and more famous, share us with your friends and family and random people. Like
give us 5 stars reviews on iTunes and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like because we fluctuate. It's really hard, because like when shows come out, we get a huge spike in people listening, and then when the shows are done, we have a drop. And so it's like it's hard to say what like when Star Wars has all these shows coming out. Like there's so many shows. Like I feel like we are going to be maintaining a larger audience next year when there's so many shows coming out, and this fall we're going to be maintaining a larger audience. So we're just we want to keep that momentum up and keep things interesting. So So it's kind of like at the first of the year, like when 2 shows are done, Andor and Bad Batch, like we're hoping like we can keep that momentum, like because it's nice that the shows were so long seasons, like they're gonna be multiple months long, that people are gonna be used to listening to us, and hopefully that will keep some listeners on. So all right, thank you, Lucy. All right, last 2 are from Will, so let's listen to number 1.
Hey, Empire Radio, Will here. In the spirit of improving, I have another joke for you guys.
Oh.
What type of car does a Jedi drive? A Toyota.
That was pretty good.
Oh, you didn't find that funny?
Oh,
Oh, well. I wasn't asking you. Okay, sorry.
Apparently, Chopper wasn't impressed by that joke either.
Chopper's a hater. That's what he is. I liked it, Will. That was a good one. I liked it.
Toyota, that's definitely the car a Jedi would drive, yes. All right. Last one from Will, and that'll close us out tonight.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will here. Quick question. A weird one, if you will. I guess, what is your favorite time of the day? For me, personally, it's around the time when the sun sets, because I just like the dark. It makes me a lot more productive than I would be in the morning. I don't know why. It just does. So, what is your favorite time of day?
That's an interesting question.
Good question.
Well, an easy way would be like, are you a morning person or a night person, Drew?
I'm a. That's a hard question, actually, because.
How about this? Before Miles, were you a morning person or a night person?
That's still like me and Stephanie like to always get up before 9. But
Well, I feel like if you're a morning person, you're up by. You're
like,
happy to be up by 6 or
9
7.
is sleeping in.
9 is sleeping in. So,
Yeah.
but what time do you normally get out of bed?
7.
Like if you don't have work.
7. 7:30.
But I feel like that's more of a morning person. Because, like, do you like to stay up late, though?
Yeah, I do. Like, but Stephanie doesn't let me.
Okay, that's funny.
But my favorite time of the day right now, currently, is around 7:30, 8 when I put my son to sleep and I get to hold him until he falls asleep on my lap. That's my favorite time.
Aww. You have a button you have an aw button on your.
No. I have
Okay.
a pause. No.
So for me, I've always been a night person. I like staying up late, but like honestly, my favorite time is maybe like the hour before I go to bed, because like I've showered, I'm squeaky clean,
You're
and
just
then
chill.
everything's. I like the night because it's just calm and there's the quiet of night. Because like in the morning when you wake up, like I live like by a major highway, so like I can kind of hear that if I open my windows or balcony, like I can hear that in the morning. But at night, you don't really. There's not any traffic, and so like I like the quiet. And when I'm just kind of like out of the shower, squeaky clean, and I start reading something before I go to bed or whatever, it's just very calm and peaceful, and then it helps me fall asleep. And then my back hurts so much that I can't sleep through the whole night. So, yep. But
that's a different story.
That's a different story. But yeah, I just don't get the whole morning person thing. Like I don't get it. Like people who wake up at like 4 a.m. every day just because. Like I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why don't you just to do the stuff that you're gonna do first thing in the morning, just do at night and just stay up later? Like, I don't get it. but I also have a job that starts later. Like, I don't start till 10 o'clock in the morning. So like, I don't get up till 7:50 in the morning just because I don't need to get up early. So that's like one of the best perks of my job is I don't have to.
I wake up at 5 no matter what because of Miles. So.
I can't. I couldn't do it.
And I still try to stay up until like midnight.
Right. All right. Well, that's all of voicemails. That's the Lego Star Wars
episode this week.
Yep, summer
So maybe I'll give
vacation.
you guys some time if you guys are listening and you haven't listened to other episodes and you want to catch up. This is your time to catch up. We broke down this episode. We listened to voicemails. A little shorter episode, but you guys will be able to go check out some other stuff or go check
Oh,
out our other content as well.
right. Yeah, if you're like, man, I want more of Empire Radio right now. Well, go into your description right now. Click
Mhm.
the links.co/Empire Radio links spelled with 2 I's, and there is a landing page for everything: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, um, needlesslynerdy.com podcast network that we're part of. Join them. You can go see all of our other stuff we have on YouTube as well. Like
Mhm.
Drew does reaction videos, does watch parties. I have some Star Wars themed cooking videos. I need to do some more of that. I
Yeah,
haven't
you
done
need
that for a while.
to start doing that soon. I need to edit some of these videos I have banked.
Yeah. Like
So
didn't didn't Will send you like a bunch of videos like 2 months
true
ago?
that too. And I also bought a really expensive toy and I need to make a video on it. So it'd
Ooh,
be kind of worth the money I spent on it.
spicy.
It's been a while too.
Also, there's a link there for our fan email, which is empireradiofans@gmail.com.
Yep.
But also, there's a link for the VCU illustration project. So if you are an illustrator, a drawer, a painter, artist of any kind, sculptor, digital artist, Lego extraordinaire, go click that link and see how you can help us make an awesome video for our YouTube to illustrate some awesome storylines from a voicemail submissions we had earlier this year. We need about 90 some voicemails illustrated, so don't be afraid to go click on that list and read all about all the information you need to get involved with that. We'd love to have you, so click that. Next week we don't know what we're doing yet. We'll figure something out, but that's it for tonight. Drew, anything else?
Nope, that's it. Just go check out all those links. Go watch YouTube and all that stuff. And I'm going to be posting another reaction to a different trailer that is not Star Wars related. So go
Ooh,
check that out on YouTube if you guys want to know what that is.
it's very exciting. I watched it before we went on air tonight.
Ooh.
But
All right, that's
yeah,
it for me.
all right, cool.
Shorter episode.
So, yep, you have been listening to another Lego-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah,
I'm Drew.
and may the Force be with you.
Always.